Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be trading again with pocket option, and of course I'm going to show you another great strategy on the screen that we have right here. And again, I'm so sorry for a couple of weeks now. I think for over 3 weeks now I've not really updated the channel or update you guys. I'm sorry because I wasn't feeling too good, so I have to take a vacation out of the town. So that's the reason why I wasn't able to actually upload a video. But right now I feel very much better now. And then let's continue trading. And over the past week that I'm out, I've been analyzing a lot of strategy, and on this particular one here is one of the best strategies so far that I know you guys is gonna love. It's very simple and the effectiveness is very high. Right, so over here we have a couple of indicators. The two indicators we're using here, it's called Bollinger Band and the Super Trend. The first setting on the Bollinger Band is this: the input, the period is 10, the deviation is 2. Over here I actually take the line on the upper, on the upper line here, this particular upper line here, and I take the line of the lower line here, which is this. I actually inject out the middle line. We don't need it, so I have to pull it out. So when you're done, you just hit save. The second indicator we're using is called Super Trend with the R period of 1 and the multiplier to is 1. All right, on the input part. So over here you don't need to touch anything. The only setting you need to touch is on the input. Just let the R period be 1 and the multiplier should be 1 as well. So when you're done, you hit save. So this is pretty much all you have to set up. As you can see, it's a very easy setup. So how this strategy works? This strategy works in a very simple way. You just have to know the best time to enter a trade when when the signal came up. All right, I'm going to show you that in a few seconds. So right now let's put up our indicator. Our currency pair up. Okay, before that, let me show you real quick. We are using this. It's actually a 1 minute strategy. All right, it's 1 minute strategy, and of course we're using this on candle. Right, sorry guys, we're using this on candle. The normal candle, and of course we're using it on 30-second candle time frame. So that's pretty much all you have to set up. So let's put up our currency pair real quick. So I'll come back and take a trade. Okay guys, so I've actually put up the best currency pair up here. So how this strategy works, like I said, this strategy is a very simple one, but you need to know the best time to enter your trade, which is what I'm going to do in a very short period of time. So right over now I'll be analyzing the market. So when I get a good point, I'll come down, I'll show you the best moment to actually enter the trade and the full details on how this strategy works. Right, so right now I'll be analyzing the market. So when I get a good moment, I'll come down and take a trade, and of course I'm going to explain in detail sorry guys, what I say before I enter that trade and the full details on how this strategy works. So I'll be analyzing now guys. Okay guys, a good moment here. I'm going to enter a low trade to trade on that. So over here, the number one thing you need to look out while taking a trade with this strategy, the number one thing you need to find out is that when you're taking a trade, when you're taking a trade to come down, to lower down, you must have your super trend signal lower show here. All right, that's the number one thing. The second thing you need to take care of is to make sure that the super trend is actually showing up on a very strong candle. As you can see over here, this is where the super trend actually show up when the candle actually went up and really strong. So the super candle, or the super trend must be showing up on a very strong candle, and you are taking a trade on the next candle. Please, I want you to take a very good attention with this one. The number one thing you need to look at is to make sure that your super trend signal actually show up here. That's the number one thing. Okay, another thing you need to look at is to make sure that the first line of your super trend actually dropped, just like it's dropped from here. All right, so that are the number one thing you need to see on the the signal. The second thing is to make sure that your super candle actually appear on a very strong candle, as you can see on this particular candle, and you are taking a trade on the next one. All right, and over now you need to be very certain we are only taking a trade when this appear, and on the next candle you are taking a trade and must be at least on the middle of our Bollinger Band. As you can see, this is inside the Bollinger Band. We're actually taking a trade inside the Bollinger Band. So what the last thing you need to look before you enter your trade is to make sure that if you are taking a trade on the next candle, which is this one, make sure that it's at the middle of the Bollinger Band, not that when it dropped. As you can see, when it dropped over here, it's still actually good, but when it gets to this point, it's pulling up on its own. That is not what you're taking. That is not what I'm talking about. The number one thing you need to look at is the first candle the super trend signal actually appeared on, and we're taking a trade on the other candle, on the next candle. But the next candle you're taking a trade on must be at least in the middle of the Bollinger Band, just a little bit higher before we place our trade. So with that, we're going to have a very good entry. And as a matter of fact, this is one of the best, what's it called, the great point, what's it called, the great moment you must see before you enter a trade. I hope this is clear, all right? But if it doesn't clear enough, I'm still analyzing the market. So when I get a very good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. If you actually follow all the points I lay down here, this is one of the best strategies so far. I can guarantee you that this is one of the best. It will be even what's it called, difficult for you to lose if you're actually putting in on the best entry. All right, so right now I'm analyzing again. So when I get another good moment, I'll come down and I'll take a trade. Of course, I'm going to show you again the reason why I'll take that trade. All right, okay guys, a good moment here for high trade. Let's place another trade on that. So like what actually happened on the first trade the other time, as you can see over here, the what's it called, the super trend actually indicate that the market is going up. It show up on this strong candle here, all right, and we still have a very good moment. This is actually really showed up, so it still means that the market will be going up in a moment, all right. So that's the reason why I actually placed in the trade. So as you can see, this is a very simple, what's it called, a very simple, I think this explanation is actually making sense now. The first indicator the other time, all you just have to look out is to make sure that the first candle you what's it called, your super trend actually appear on must be strong, just like what happened here. The indication of the line, like actually pulling up, must indicate, as you can see on this particular candle I actually place the trade on. I have a line here, the first line shorted here actually show that the market is actually going up. I quickly actually enter the trade on the second line because I need to have the what's it called, my trade at least on the middle below, what's it called, on the middle below of this, conceiving the money on that, on the middle of taking a trade on the next candle where what's it called, on the next candle where the super trend signal actually appear on the first one. So when it appear here, we are taking a trade on this one. But when this candle actually went up above this particular one, we are not taking a trade because it's kind of risky. We're only taking a trade when what's it called, on the next candle, when the next candle is still rhymed with the first candle. Not only that, it's still very much in a good position to go up. All right, that's pretty much all we are looking at before entering a trade. I hope this makes sense now. All right, so as you can see, we are on now to trade that. Let's keep analyzing. Think I'll be taking few more trade so that I will explain in details again so that you guys can really understand what I'm doing here. So let me take 2 more trade and see if I can have a good moment and if I can actually explain better for you guys again. I'm analyzing now. When I get a good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. Okay guys, another good moment for down trade. Let me place 2 trade on that. Okay, all right. Okay, sorry, I actually put what's it called, 4 trade, but let's see. So another good moment here, as you can see over here, we have another indication of what's it called, super trend on this particular candle. All right, an indication actually indicate on this particular candle, and when it gets to this point, I see that I still have a great moment. As you can see, this is where I actually enter my trade. I know that I still have a good moment. All right, and I know that I still have a very good moment on my next candle. That's the reason why I actually placed in the trade. As you can see, this is really simple, guys. This is a very simple strategy that you guys need to get in time. This is a very super effective only if you do it right. All right, it's very, very simple if you do it right. So the only thing, that's the reason why I'm taking my time to actually explain in the details. The only thing you need to put in mind is that you must have your, what's it called, you must have your sorry guys, think lost that. Okay, all right, as you can see, we actually lost like what's it called, we actually put in 3 trade and we lost 1. The number one thing you need to look out while you are taking this trade, the number one thing you need to have in mind is to make sure that the first indicator, when your super trend actually appear, it must appear on the first candle, like this particular candle. We are taking a trade on the next candle, but we're not taking a trade when the candle actually jacked up. All right, we're only taking a trade when the next candle actually rhymed up with the what's it called, with the super trend candle. that it actually appeared on. So that's pretty much all we are doing. So if you're taking a trade on that, make sure you take the trade on times for it to actually come down, right? That's pretty much all we have to look at. So in a good moment there, we actually lost one trade on this, and we actually get in the trade. So that's a good one, guys. I'll be analyzing again. All right. So when I get another good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. Okay, good moment here. I'll put a down trade on that real quick. Over here at my side, the trend, the super trend actually indicate on this particular candle. And on the next candle, there's a very huge pull down. I know that the market will still be going down in a moment. So that's the reason why I quickly entered the trade. All right, so guys, this is a very good one here. I'm so certain about this trade because the number one thing is that the super trend just indicates, right? So over here, on the next candle, there's a huge pull down. We are actually entered the trade right here. So I know that the market is going down for real. The trend is going down so good. So that's the reason why I actually play this trade. So guys, let's wait and see. I think we have less than 23 seconds. So let's wait and see if there's going to be a good moment in the next few seconds. So guys, this is how you trade with this particular strategy. As you can see, it's a very easy one. All right, but always make sure that you put everything I said here in mind. If you're actually trading with the rule, make sure that when you're taking a trade on the next candle of the super trend candle, all right, what I mean by super trend candle, sorry guys, okay, I think, okay, a good moment there, we're in the money on that. All right, so what I mean by super trend candle is that the candle that the super trend indicator actually indicate on is called super trend candle. All right, that is what I mean by that. So when you're taking a trade, make sure you're taking a trade on the next candle after the super trend candle. Make sure you're taking the trade on the next candle, and make sure that the candle actually rhymed. Is it actually rhymed with the super trend candle, or out, or breached if you're taking a trade to come down, or it is below it? But most importantly, we are taking the trade at the middle, all right, at the middle of the Bollinger Band. So that's the reason why we are using the Bollinger Band to indicate the uptrend and the downtrend. All right, I hope this is clear now. So that's pretty much all you have to look at. The same thing if you're taking a trade to go higher, like just what happened here. Okay, this is the way we are taking the trade. Make sure that, okay, this is a very good example. Like when this, sorry guys, when the super trend actually indicate on this candle, as you can see, the next candle actually dropped down so bad. This is a very bad. If you actually place money on this, it might not be a good moment, because all you just have to look at is to make sure that the next candle next to the super trend candle must be at the same rhyme with it, or at least above it, before you enter a trade to go up. So that's pretty much all you have to look at. I hope you like this video. Please, if you try this strategy, let me know in the comment section. I mean, let me know after you've tried it. Just let me know on the comment section. And if you have any trouble, let me know. I'll try my best to explain with our details on my entry. And the best time to actually take this trade, the current time I'm actually taking this trade now is 9 o'clock GMT London time. So always put that in mind. You are only taking a trade on a very good side of the market. If the market is bad, this is not going to work. So if the market, we're only taking a trade when the market is great. So put that in mind. So guys, this is all I have for you today. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my next video.